Welcome back to the Backyard Dude. We just want to take a moment to thank you for subscribing, commenting, and watching our videos. We hope that you continue to like our content. We're always trying to change it up and do something interesting. And so that brings us to today's video. Andrew.
I think it's going to be exciting, something viewers haven't seen yet. So
not on the show, we haven't done whatsoever. So how do you think it'll play out?
I mean, if we look at historically, I feel like I have some advantages in our records.
Oh!
So
I think the gauntlet was just thrown down to me to step up. Man, wow, that was horrible. All right, let's get into the show. Boom. So Andrew, what's the first step in this video today?
Well, first we're going to be running a little scout to our undisclosed location just outside of Springfield, somewhere in the United States. Your state name here.
So we're going to jump in Andrew's car, and as Andrew said, we're going to go scout out our undisclosed location, and so let's do it. Yeah. So Andrew and I, we've come to an agreement on our undisclosed location, and so we're going to give you a little preview of what this video is about.
So on one hand, we have a 5-liter V8 with 375 horsepower, and on the other, a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder with 200 horsepower, and a weight difference of about 5,400 on the V8 side and about 3,200 on the 4-cylinder. So power to weight's still not quite equal, but they're closer than the figures may initially appear. So a bit of a David versus Goliath sort of thing, which I guess makes me Goliath?
Yeah, yeah.
Stage one will just be a straightforward side-by-side sprint to see which driver in which vehicle, and the vehicles in question would be our Range Rover Sport and the Audi A4.
So I'll be in the Audi in the beginning, and Andrew will be in the Range Rover in the beginning, and then we're going to swap and see if somehow, you know, I have a miss and Andrew can beat me in the Audi, which I doubt it, but you know, given all things that they are, you know, me being superior driver here.
Age and experience does not guarantee a win.
Yeah, so let's do this. Let's see who comes out on top. We got it.
All right, back in the Range Rover. Dave is very confident of a win. We'll see about that. All right, so we are lining up for our start.
On 3, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Well, that was something. All right, we have now swapped cars. I noticed Dave had the climate control on. And I just remembered that AC is still on. So we're gonna not do that on this run. The Audi had a very noticeable delay getting off the line, so let's see if I can't overcome that a little bit. The Range Rover did tend to feel less like it was about to fall apart, which is significant really when you think about it.
Do you want to pull up? I don't want to give you any disadvantage. I think you need to pull up a little more. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that CVT is just brutal. It just slams you down and you've got nothing. And that's in sport mode. That is pathetic. So I've lost. But it seemed very similar. Like, I feel like it was pretty closely run. So let's have a bit of a chat about it and see what we think.
So we ran both segments. Both Andrew and I both lost in the Audi as expected. But we did experience some unique things with the Audi in the sense that the car is trying to handicap itself. It already has a handicap and it's adding its own handicap with the CVT transmission not taking off right away. So I would say, what did you say the delay you think
Yeah,
is?
by not right away, we're talking like 2 to 3 seconds, I'd say. At least that's certainly what it feels like when you're sitting there with your foot down.
Down, right?
And absolutely nothing.
Nothing's
You're not, revs are not building. It's
All
not
you
even
see
like
is
a
the
launch.
Range Rover go.
It's just, here I sit.
You're sitting there going, okay, I definitely lost.
Launch not even remotely close.
Right?
Not helping, the Range Rover is already geared to throttle tip in to
Yeah.
be really aggressive. So even normal driving, it wants to get off the line. But yeah, the Audi does not suffer from that. So if aggressive throttle tip in frustrates you, go with the CVT A4 because you don't have to worry about that at all. And that's in sport mode. At least I was running it in sport mode.
Oh yeah, of course.
So, yeah. Yeah.
What's the point?
Every
Yeah.
advantage it can have.
Yeah, I put that in sport mode and I was like, oh, this is horrible.
Yeah, it's not good.
Okay, so now the idea is to give Andrew and I both fair advantage in the Audi for the next segment. We're trying to figure out, do we want to give the Audi 3-car advantage and then, or do we want to wait to see when the Audi actually takes off? What do you think we should set up?
It's hard to say. The Audi did surprise me in that it seemed like it came back a little bit toward the end.
Oh, when it
it's
kicks
not
in.
losing
Yeah.
as completely, which our numbers would indicate that it's not going to be a total loss.
Yeah.
But yeah, so trying to figure out how to even out that launch, and I think if you could remove that initial delay, it's definitely going to do a lot better. So I'm leaning toward trying to do a delayed launch for when the Audi's actually spooled up and moving.
Okay.
And then jumping on the Range Rover.
So in this case, the Range Rover wouldn't take off until the Audi actually takes off. Is
Right.
that the idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about a rolling start?
A rolling start would theoretically help. It depends on where the delay in the Audi is coming from. If once it's moving, if it's just the CVT doesn't want to get off the line or it doesn't want to react to your throttle input at all, then that's not going to be removed with a rolling start, but it still may, it may help you. All right, back in the Rangey, which, yep, key's in there, okay. Well, that's not great. So, key in, push the button.
And I think we blew out the transmission on the Audi. It's just flashing.
This has gone well.
The way things look, it looks like the Range Rover is one car length ahead.
Technically, the Audi wins because it's still drivable. So unless you can drive, I think I go down there. I can go as 10 miles an hour and I still win.
You could drive it.
Oh,
in
Andrew,
reverse.
why don't you take the Range Rover for this one? Yeah.
There's always a reason. I said I didn't play fair. Yeah, so this is a nice ending segment. The Range Rover won't drive, and the Audi has flashing transmission lights. This is really good.
We did tell you don't do this at home, right? Just to be clear.
My shoes still have tread on them, so I can get home. Do it needs to be? Is it like something needs to reset or something?
No.
Have you tried switching it off and then back on again? At the plug? Well, that's promising.
That's promising. All right. In all fairness, the Audi wins, and since I was driving the Audi,
When last running.
so apparently the Range Rover didn't want to start, so we got it back to going to where we can at least drive it home. The Audi has flashing lights on the transmission. So, all right. So in the end, Andrew, what would you say?
The Range Rover is significantly faster if it's running. However, being a Range Rover means the Audi wins.
And kids, don't try this at home. So that would
Because
be
it will end badly.
It will end badly. Yeah. So in the end, we both lost in the Audi, and apparently we blew out the Audi on the last run. So we'll have to work on the transmission and get that done. We'll have to figure out why the Range Rover had an issue and didn't want to start. But we got them both running, and so we're gonna basically take our tails between our legs and head home. And we'll catch you on the next video.
Yep. I'll follow you. Okay.
Because at least mine runs.
It's just the starting. It's fine. It's fine.